everyone, welcome back to RTS and welcome back to our paper pad party. Yes, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a layout, we're going to record the story, and we're going to use a 12 by 12 paper pad as our inspiration and our springboard. Yes, how is the paper pad party going for you? Have you went through your 12 by 12 papers? Have you been organizing them? Have you just fallen in love with them all over again? Yes, and hopefully the way I showed how I inventory mine and organize mine gave you a little bit of an idea of something you could use in your own space as far as your 12 by 12 paper pads. And we will have a smaller size coming up. And I'm thinking that anything that's not a 12 by 12 will probably, that'll be the next group, 6 by 6, 6 by 8. 8 by 8, those type of things. That will be coming up on our next organizing. But I thought, we might as well just keep on playing. We don't need to have to wait till everything's organized before we start playing. Right? Can I get an amen? Yes. Okay. So, and if you're playing along with our Summer Space Shape Up, which that playlist, go hop over. We've been keeping our desk area and work surface clean all summer so we can do exactly this. Scrap and record the story. So, I thought what I would do is hop on. I want to play. I want to scrap. I just want to play. So, I thought, well, I found this paper pad, and then I got this idea to make a kit, which I did. So I thought, now I want to play, and that's what I'm going to do. So this is my mood and feel. This is my color scheme. I'm using this paper pad. Yes, I'm not pulling anything else from my inventory. Probably just means maybe a piece of cardstock, and I'll say why in a minute. So I have my sketch, and this was a sketch that I just printed out that was released yesterday by the fabulous Becky Fleck at Page Maps. And I don't know if you know this, but Becky Fleck designs now for Photoplay paper. So go look on the Photoplay website and look at her collections, because I adore Becky Fleck. Okay, and speaking of Becky Fleck, in the links below, I will link where she taught a free class offered at scrapbook.com, and she did fabulous. It's all free, and I'll link it below, okay? And if I don't, someone remind me. It is just an awesome class to go partake in, and free. Free. Yes, so, okay. So I already know that I'm picking one of these two sketches here, and I'll pull this a little closer. I hope I don't get a glare, which I will. Yes. Well, what I can do is flip this in just a minute. Okay, so I'm going to use either this one or this one. Okay. Now, also too with Page Maps, if you want to see a color example of every one of, layout of every one of their sketches, hop under the month itself, and it'll show the layouts that's created. Now, for July 2018, the Authentique Design Group popped on, and they have some beautiful examples. And this two page spread is Disney. I was so happy to see that, because we got a Disney thing going on here at RTS. So, I really think this one's catching my eye. Sometimes I have trouble with these headers at the top, but I think this is the one that's catching my eye. The background is so simple. And so what I really need is a background, 2 pieces of paper, and if I want to do some matting, which I've been doing a lot of that lately. So, I'm going to look for a couple pieces of paper. Yes, and so I have a little bit of, I can pull a scrap there, border sticker. That's not hard. Okay, so I'm going to keep my sketch nearby. My papers are here, and here are my photos. I have 3 photos, and so I already know that I'm going to cut these all down. And what this, record the story today, what I'm going to do is, I have 3 photos that span the course of 15 years, if you can believe that. 2001 to 2016. Yes, and so this is our love of the beach. And so my title I haven't figured out yet. I have to see what I have on my kit here. Sometimes my thickers and the font of my letter stickers, sometimes that will inspire me for a title. I know that sounds crazy, but it does. So I have 15 years spanned, and I'm going to talk about our love of the beach and certain places we go and all that good stuff. So again, this is my process. This is my style. And if you want to increase your productivity when you're sitting down to scrapbook, maybe have a formula of how you do your papers, do your sketches, do your photos, or the exact opposite. Whatever you do to get started. This just seems to be my style, my formula. It's my papers, my sketch, because this is my mood and feel. This is everything. And then either, I find a story to go with my photos, or what do I say? It's either the story and then I find the photos, or I have the photos that tell the story. It's one of the two. But this is the starting point. Or, you know, this is what I'm going to do, and then I do this. Okay. Did that make any sense? I don't know. Okay. I don't know if I need a drink or Tylenol or both. I don't know which it is. Yes, absolutely. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. A couple pieces of paper. Okay, here's my focal photo. So you can see I have the blues, and it's at the beach. So any of these papers are going to go fine. Okay, so I'm probably going to have to flip my paper pad this way. So, and I hope I don't knock anything over. Okay, now I had this out when I was building the kit. So, you know, you definitely do not overlook these things, because I was saying in the kit, when you're taking this, especially if you're taking it to crops or you're traveling, you use these as embellishment, add foam tape, and there's your chipboard, basically, right? But these little pieces keep swimming happy. Oh, they're cute. Oh, I love that floral. Now, see, something like that, it doesn't have to be beach themed to use that floral. No, it does not. Okay, here's some more. Oh, I'll meet you at the beach. That's cute. Going to the beach. Well, that's okay. That's making the cut right off the bat. And I'm running out of room. But I'll show you my paper choices here in a minute. Lovely floral. Floral. As much as I love floral, I'm thinking more nautical beach thing. Beach thing. Beach. Okay, and I definitely have a lot of blues and greens, so this is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Can't go wrong with that. You're probably seeing these upside down, but it's hard to flip a paper pad in a certain amount of framing space here, so I apologize for that. I don't even know. Probably got a hot mess going on. But I have my iced tea here. I'm enjoying a summer afternoon. My little girl was home, so you couldn't pay me any amount of money for having her home. Ugh, love it. Okay, so that's really pretty, but I need to find, what am I looking for? I have that. I like that going to the beach. I really do. I can see that as an embellishment. And I didn't even look at anything I have now, because my kit has a little bit of everything. What am I looking for? 2 pieces of paper. So really I'm looking for a motif or a design, and the stripes isn't going to be it. I need something with some type of icon. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, that would be a nice background. I mean, and this paper has a texture to it. Lovely paper pad. I was saying in the other video, I wish I would have had the foresight to buy 2. Because I'll tell you why in a minute. Oh no, that was very pretty. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. It's got everything. Okay, so that's a choice, but I don't want to rip it out of here because, you know, the beauty of a paper pad is having them attached in a pad. So I don't want to rip anything out of here until I know for sure that I'm going to use it. Now there we go. Oh, that's got all those colors. I'm looking at everything upside down. But I'm left-handed, so this is about half normal to me. So I don't have a problem seeing that. You gals probably do, but okay. That's definitely going to make the cut, because I'll tell you why. It has all the colors represented. So if you look at my photos, I got everything going on here. So this will just make it look a little bit intentional. Okay? That's how you get around having photos of many, many colors. Use a focal paper that has many, many colors. Love that. Oh. You could even cut some things from this. You could fussy cut out, use your punch circle there. Oh, wow. I'm telling you, just a nice paper pad. Okay, so I have all the colors going on. I have a lot more blue. So maybe I'll use blue for a background, and I'll find, and there's another, just, if you have a favorite nautical sea life paper pad, please list it below. You know, I can always put that on my wish list for after my spending sprees. And if you have a favorite paper pad that you're playing with now, please share it with us in the party. Yes. Okay, now, someone had asked me, because right now we are currently doing our 4for4 series. Someone had said about sharing layouts. So, if you want to do layouts later on when we do our paper pad party, or if you want to show the progress of organizing your paper pads, somebody come up with a hashtag for Instagram, and I'll list it, and that's how we will be sharing everything. Now I won't be, because I don't do those platforms, okay? But I know you gals rock those social media platforms. So if someone wants to give me a hashtag, I will list it. You know, we can just do hashtag paper pad party. Okay, that's what I'll do. I'll put that in the description box below if you want to share anything that you're doing with your paper pads, making layouts, organizing them, inventorying them, buying some new ones, purging some old ones, whatever you want to do. We'll put hashtag paper pad party. Okay, and I will put that below so you know exactly how to spell that and all that. Okay, what was I looking for? I was looking for another paper. Okay, I'm going to do blue for background. I wanted turquoise. And I need to make a decision, because I don't want to make this video too long, because you gals will be saying, could you make some shorter videos? But, you know, I probably will say this for a while. My videos get long. I get chatty. Put me on when you're sitting down to organize, clean, or craft. And just let me talk, and you just keep working. And then if you want to see the finished result, just go to the end of the video. Okay, so I really don't want to do that blue. Okay, so there's my 3 papers. Okay, now here's what I wanted to say as to why I wish I would have bought 2 of these. And that looks like that has a little bit of a, well, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to use the whole thing. Looks like it has a color fading there. One of the other one was like that, you know, because I would have to know that. Where was the other one? Because sometimes it's just the run. See, that's just in the paper run. That one stripe has like a green look. I don't think that was intentional. If it was, it's pretty. If it's not, it's pretty. We're going to run with it. Okay. Because if I think I would have caused something for my paper pad to fade, I probably would be crying. Okay. Honestly. I really like that going to the beach. Okay. So I was saying earlier that I wish I would have bought 2 of these, because I will not use these for backgrounds, because I only have 1 of this, and I love this paper pad. It is my favorite nautical paper pad. Okay. So I had some cardstock in my kit, so I will pick one quickly here. And I know I'm going with blue, so I can put that turquoise. And here's my papers. And so this is how quick this will be. I will not have anything. I don't really have. The darkest navy I have. Oh, that might work. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I like that. That's what we're going with. Not going to make a decision. And I will tell you, you know, I started my channel basically with a lot of layouts from the Load Challenge, Layout a Day. And I will tell you, I've taken Load for many years. And that was one thing I learned from taking the Load event, is don't hem-haw around about every decision when it comes to making a page. Because there will be another page and another page. So you don't have to sit around making 10 different decisions. Go with it. It's about recording the story. Okay, so there are my paper choices, and there is an embellishment choice. Oh, see, now I don't know if I like that blue. Oh, I just said make a decision and go with it. But this is a layout I don't want to hurry, because it is spanning 15 years. It is telling a story. It's not just a day at the beach. It is telling a story. I might like this blue better. No, I really don't like that better. I really don't. See, and I have this shimmer. Oh, great gravy. I need to make a decision. Make a decision. One looks better with the shirt. One looks better with the paper. So, oh, shut the front door. I don't know. And I have to pick one of these because it's what's in my kit, and I'm not going any further than off my seat. So I need to make a decision. Okay, it's down to these 2. And that's what I'll do. Process of elimination. Get these off the desk. And isn't this the best thing when you're sitting down to do a page and you have someone actually with you? If you have someone to scrapbook with, don't take that for granted. Honestly, do not take it for granted. I guess either one of those would be fine. I don't know. I'm just going to put them both in because right now I can't make a decision and I'm wasting time. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. And I have a background and then a vertical, and that is my design. 2 cuts. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Okay. So that is what I'll be doing. And then it has a floral here. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm absolutely going to use that floral punch that I had picked to use with this kit. Now I already had it laying here because I was building the kit, but I would have just had a reference in my kit to go pull that, and that's what I'm going to do because that's what they have in the sketch. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I will come back with a finished page because I have been doing some, actual real-time scrapbooking, and to make this shorter, I will come back with a finished page and we'll go over the embellishment and my cuts and all that good stuff. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back with my finished page, and it was a fast page because I had everything to my left, everything to my right, because I made a kit from my 12 by 12 paper pad. Now, would I do that with every paper pad I had? No, because I would not have room. But for this one, I knew I wanted to create some pages coming up this summer and this fall, and I just wanted to have a kit ready. Okay, so what I did was, if you look at the sketch, all I had was 2 papers basically to make up the design, and that's exactly what I did. I took those 2 papers that I had picked out, the one with the motif, and that was basically 12 by 12. I cut it down, and then I took a 5 by 12 vertical piece of paper, and that overlapped that motif. And so then with my photos, the same thing as my sketch, they had 3. Theirs was butted up against each other, but I didn't because I'm in the season of matting my photos, and so I matted them in white. And I left this photo a little bit bigger because I wanted it to be my focal photo, because my story is to be continued, which, isn't that just a great title? I didn't even have to do anything. It came from this thicker sheet. And that's exactly, I pulled that off, to be continued, because this is telling the story of that we go to the beach for so many years, and I hope that we will get to go to the beach. And so that's what was my journaling about. And I did take my corner rounder and I rounded these 2 corners, but I didn't do it on this side, just to give a different element. So if you do something like this, you don't have to do it on all 4 corners. You don't have to do it on all sides. You can just do one side, and it just gives you a little bit of a surprise element, okay? You don't have to be matchy-matchy all the time. Okay, so then with my photos that I matted, and my title was in white, so then I knew I wanted to add a pop of white, so I did a double matte. Excuse me, because my background is this blue, okay, to tie that in. And so then with my title up here, and I'll bring it a little closer, excuse me. I wanted to show that I used those toothpicks. Yes, I brought the toothpicks to the party. And so those are the flags that I made. And again, if you want to see a little tutorial about that, just someone say, and I will. And I took some layering elements. And then with these toothpicks, the best way I have found to use them. Now this does give you some bulk. If you're not a bulky girl, then that might not be your thing. But I take a piece of foam, put it on the back, and insert them in the foam, and that is how I do my flare. That's how I use my flare with my flags. Flags and flare. What a great combination. Again, so easy to make. Easy. And that I just took a label and then another label, and I cut that in half, and I represented it down here. Now, and then all these other elements, and I'll bring this a little closer so you can see. I hope I don't get a glare. And that is just my flare, my flags. I took a little bit of twine, to give a little bit of texture to those flags. Added enamel dots and a braid, of course, my braids. Okay, and then over here I just added a little sticker with a little element, because I'm going to show you what this design here is in a minute. And then over here, I took a sticker, put it on foam tape, give it some depth, wood veneer. I got another thicker heart in there. And then some more labels and enamel dots and a geotag. And again, just fun little embellishments that was all in my kit. I just had to reach for it, okay? Now, I put my journaling here. Now, how I did not, you say, well, where's your triangle? Okay, this is a design where you don't have a triangle, okay, the visual triangle. This is a design, and let me see if I can pull this here, because if you look at the sketch, they really just had one big cluster up here with the title. They really didn't have anything else, okay? And so what I decided to do, and I didn't plan for this, but when I put my title on here, my title is quite large. To be continued. I mean, that's almost the whole page right there, right? Okay. So then I thought what I would do is put this over here, and then I had this entire length. So I thought what I'm going to do then is I'm going to create what they call a band, and it's called a B-A-N-D, band design, and it just is one big band across, okay? And that's what I ended up doing. I didn't plan it for that way, but with the title, it just worked out that way. And so then rather than put all this up here, and then have some little I don't know where to put it. So with my journaling, I knew about how much I wanted to say. So I thought I will just continue with this band, B-A-N-D, band design. Okay, and some people call it belly band design. Some people call it the railroad design. A lot of people say band, B-A-N-D, band. I spell words because sometimes my slang is a little slang, okay? So band, they'll call it a band design. So that's what I did. I just took my elements, created two basically horizontal lines, and then my photos continued with that horizontal look. Okay, so then of course I made sure I got my green represented, my gray, my navy, my turquoise, again, everything from the kit. And this was cut from that embellishment sheet. So I think that was about it. Of course, you know, I always say, what is the last things you do on a page? For me, I will use my quick dry tacky glue. Okay, I'm going to have to start using the word tacky because it's now called tacky glue. And I glue and adhere everything down, all my corners, all my photos, that. And then, of course, on the back, I always add washi to my breads. I wish I would have done that like from the very beginning. That would have saved me hassle of getting pages in a protector. Okay, I did want to say, too, about you, even though this is a band design, you can still have repetitive elements, meaning in these flags, see how they have that the banner fishtail cut. I'll see if I can pull it. When I did my journaling, I did the same thing. I use my hexagon punches, and that's how I do my fishtails. Just put that in there, create that fishtail, easy peasy. And then I made sure I got wood veneer here because the toothpicks were wood, okay? And the same thing, brads, enamel dots, labels. So I just continue the same type of thing. And what else did I want to say? I don't know. I think that was about it. It just came together very quickly. It was very fun to play because the design was so simple. Again, used a sketch. That's the springboard. Had a paper pad. The mood and feel's already done. And then all my embellishments to my left, to my right, just together, easy peasy. Okay, so that is our start to finish using a paper pad. And if you have something you want to share, something you've created, please use the hashtag. Let's see, what's hashtag paper pad party, and I will have the exact wording listed below. And so go post that on Instagram and everybody share. And if it's something you want to share with me, let me know and I'll give you my email address because I don't do those social media platforms. But I would love to see what you gals are creating. Okay, now the next thing we do on our paper pad party, I don't know, maybe I'll get another paper pad out. It depends on the time. It depends on how long it takes YouTube to load things, okay? I just loaded a video the other day, and it was close to 20 hours. Yes, 20 hours to upload something. Now, it was over an hour, so that's why. Okay, so I think that's all I wanted to say, but I think the next video, I don't know what we'll do. You know, I might want to start play again, because my next video on the paper pads, you know, the 6x6, that might be a little long, and I don't know if I'm ready to organize. Yes, okay. So come back to the paper pad party. Come back to RTS, because you never know what we're going to learn. Bye.